Hello everyone, this is Mr. Lu. Today we're going to talk about HDB inflation. So the situation of HDB price hike has just gotten worse. Okay, worse. Now someone would say that, hey, isn't Mr. Lu, isn't HDB price goes up a wonderful thing, or assets value goes up? Oh yes, if you don't have the next generation to worry about, okay? And if you have a price increase in your HDB, yes, in theory your paper asset goes up. Where are you gonna stay when you sell the asset, right? So at best you can only claim it, when you pass on and let your beneficiary get it. But let's talk about that. So before we go on, we appreciate you hit like and subscribe and join my Telegram channel. It's called Lu1M65. There are about 30,000 people over there, and this topic will be discussed extensively over there. Okay, so it's called whoops. Okay, let's see where I can get it now. It's called Lu1M65. Anyway, Lu1M65. Okay, so the news just came out today, and the title of the news is HDB resale prices climb up 0.0% in August. Okay, 0.0% in August, and this basically shows that our HDB demand is still going strong, and it's something that is different from the condominium market, because when you have a HDB price go up by 6.6%, it's a reverse direction compared to the private condominium, who is right now seeing a price decline and a transaction decline. Interestingly as well, record 54 units sold for at least $1 million each. So $1 million HDB now is very, very common. We used to think that it is something very rare, but HDB at $1 million now is super, super common. And interestingly, we not just have HDB now going into $1 million at city like maybe Queenstown, Tanjong Pagar and places like that, but even Woodlands, Jurong and all these places, we see actually price go up, breaking $1 million. Now I don't use other people's house, just use my house for example, right? So my house, if I were to look at some record, okay, already in June, it already broke $1 million, some transaction in my, not just my block, but neighboring block as well. So mine is a Masonette, and then already in June, it has broke $1 million already. And I'm not celebrating at all, okay? I'm not celebrating at all. And then somewhere in July, the record was broken in a higher rate. Now it's $1.018 million right now, right? So it's already breaking $1 million. Now, so I can understand, maybe Masonette, they're not building anymore, it's rare, something atas about Masonette and things like that, that's why I like it, I can understand. Now, even executive apartment, which is basically instead of a 2-story one, like a 1-story one, used to be maybe about $50,000 to $100,000 cheaper than executive Masonette. They have also just broke $1 million. In fact, it has booked higher price than the Masonette. It's a 1.020, okay? So even around my house area, houses are breaking 1 million like hotcakes, right? So it is quite a serious problem, right? Now, what is there to be happy about? When your price of your HDB goes up, it's very difficult to realize the value until the day you KKK, right? For those people who don't know what's KKK, you can always put your question in a comment. Now, this is generally regarded as a problem as well by the government, but HDB price increase, property price increase is a very sensitive issue. So if your prices goes up, okay, and if you stop it there, when it just go up, maybe it's not so bad. But when you allow it to increase by so much, okay, and you do very Mickey Mouse, measures to try to control it, and it still go up, then I think there is something wrong with our policy identification and solution. So I think this is an area that our government probably underestimated the problem. Now, I think it's a situation of too little, too slow. Okay, too little, too slow. The measures that they have taken so far are very a very Mickey Mouse measure, right? And it's a lot too slow. And the reason I think is that, if you hit the property price too hard, then the property will crash. What will happen? Then you have spillover effect to the rest of the economy, right? People's wealth feel worse off, people spend less, and throughout the banking sectors which depend on housing loan for their survival, okay, also goes down. So there's a lot of spillover effect throughout the whole economy. So therefore, the government is generally very cautious about doing that. But but clearly, if you allow affordability to get worsen and worsen and worsen, the young people in Singapore won't be able to handle the situation. Look at US, look at Korea, look at UK, look at Germany, look at Europe, look at many places. Prices have softened and gone down, and it didn't really hurt the economy. It didn't hurt the economy because the rest of the economy continued to at least have a cool down in the inflation. Okay, at least for housing inflation. Now I would say maybe I think US didn't really hurt the economy that much. Maybe in Europe, there's an economic recession right now, so I take my word back on that one. But certainly this is something that we need, right? We need HDB inflation to stop, okay, and there's just too little done. So Mr. Lu, some people say, you talk very easy, right? What about doing it? Well, there's a lot of things they can do. Sometimes you don't even need a policy. Just a minister or someone representative minister or someone more senior minister come out and just repeat and drum it into the heads of Singaporeans, which is something they have said almost a decade ago. Just state it very clear that leasehold 99 houses, HDB or condominium, will go to one big fat zero when it hit 99 years. That was enough to shake the whole market into realization. Right now, there's a lot of people who just believe that the government will do something, right, to stop this thing will continue to allow houses to go beyond 99 years, right? If not, these insane prices for such old houses just doesn't make sense, right? I think they need tougher demand side policy, right? Cutting down demand, managing loans, managing the exuberance of consumer demand, not just supply side policy. Supply side policy is quickly build more flats, increase the flats, make sure that we have a lot more flats. Yeah, those are important. Take too long a time. Really take too long a time, right? So this is what I mean by too little, too slow. So once housing inflation goes up, it's very painful for it to come down. There are just tremendous costs. So it will cause votes to be lost. Okay, so nobody likes to do that. Look at China, right? When the value of the house goes down, everybody spend less. Just because your feeling of your wealth goes down, right? So it's very, very, very painful. It goes down, there's pain. It goes up, there's pain. The cost of living goes up. Next generation suffer and things like that. So I have nothing to be happy about that my HDB value has gone up because I can't realize the value. Well, I technically can if I move over to Malaysia and stay and retire, and I come to Singapore, I stay over with my kids or something like that. But very intrusive, right? So I think there's nothing to be happy about. This problem is of unaffordability for the young people is so serious that in Hong Kong there was a massive riot for months, and I hope that our government will seriously do something drastic about it. It's too little, too slow. Too little, too slow. And right now we are faced with a serious unaffordability issue. How many people can afford? Good HDB resale houses right now, right? So I think that it's a genuine issue. Those people can afford have to fork out huge mortgage payments for it, right? So I don't think it's something necessary for our country to have. All this has spillover effect with an increase in unaffordability in the houses. Price of the house goes up, it spills over to the entire economy, right? Everything goes up, inflation goes up, everything. So this is something very controllable by the government. Too little has been done, too slow. I really encourage the government to do something about this, okay? So this is my opinion, and agree or disagree with me. I'll hear you on the comments. And as usual, thank you for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow. Thank you.